When I first started practicing medicine as an emergency clinician, I was 26 years old, getting out of school. And of course, the first thing that most people would say to me when I walk into a clinic or when I would walk into an exam room is, "How old are you? Are you old enough to do this? When did you graduate?" And I really realized that how I answered that question was more important than what I said. So if somebody would say, like, "You're so young, when did you graduate?" I would say something like, "Well, which degree?" Because I graduated my undergrad in this year and my doctorate in this year, and I'm telling you, I have the latest and greatest in education. I know exactly what I want to do with my career. So tell me a little bit more about Fluffy. So it was how that I answered that question that really got me to gaining rapport and trust with people. And not only that, but I also realized in a very short amount of time that I did not need my clients to understand every part of what I was saying. They do not need to understand the ins and outs of renal failure. That's not a client's job. I'm the one that practices medicine. They don't. I need them to walk out of my exam room thinking, you know what, I'm not really quite sure what happened, but I trust her. I know my dog is in good hands. I know my cat's going to be, have the best care here. That's it. They don't need to understand all the little details about what's going on. It's all they need to get. So when I first started doing in-home end-of-life care, I also had this epiphany one day. I'm like, my goodness, I walk into clients' homes, strangers that I've never met before, and I kill their best friend. I mean, that's that's the reality of what I'm doing. So how am I able to to do this and gain rapport and trust with people in such a short amount of time when so many other people seem to have a really big problem with it? So I started diving into the communication part of it, and I say this facetiously, but I graduated in the part of the class that makes the top 90% possible. So I started. I realized that my skills can kind of go beyond the academic skills, that I can hone in on other parts of my personality. And so for me, that was diving into communication styles and body language. And I went and I actually got certified to teach body language because it's something that I wish that I would have had as a teenager, as a veterinary student. How do you walk into a room and take control of that room? And how do you have a person that is an MD or a CEO or a nurse or somebody that is never lowest man in any, never the lowest man on the totem pole in any room? How do you have that person trust you as a 26-year-old kid, right? So learning those skills and techniques really had me feel so much more confident.